The corner of filament, the corner of fun, the filament corner. Hey guys, it's the corner of filament, the corner of fun, the filament corner, and I have a sign in front of you. So, I made this, sign. I made this design, and if you can read it, which...
No, you're going to bring it up.
It says right there.
Now you can.
Caution, honeybee hives on property. So we're planning on trying to get into honeybees. We have some bees ordered. And I thought, well, we're not isolated out in the middle of nowhere. We do have, it is a neighborhood. So I better put up some warning signs that there are bees in case somebody's allergic or somebody decides to come onto our property for whatever reason. That way they know
ahead of time
that there are honeybees on the property. So instead of spending around $20 to buy a sign that is painted, I figured, well, why not just 3D print one?
Mm-hmm.
And then work from there, because even if the metal thin sign will outlast this at the cost, I can make, I would say, probably around 15 to 17 more of these.
Yeah. For
one of those. So it becomes one of those, well, now, of course, this one, I printed it in black PLA. You see the nice glass sheen from the glass bed. I don't know if this will actually work. I made this, the nail slides in here, it goes up in here, but then the head gets stuck, and so it doesn't fall off. I don't know if this will actually work. I just made it on the fly as I was finishing up this design. That's also why it's got all these holes. That way, if that doesn't work, you can still hang it from those like that, or you can just hang it up on the wall using those. So I don't know if that'll actually work, but as my fail-safe. Now, got my bee outline here, and I went really simple. I didn't put no legs or antennae. And the idea is, of course, that we paint it. Now, I did one earlier, and I did paint it. I did a coat of black spray paint all over it, and then I went in with yellow paint, and there it is. It actually looks better on the camera than if you look up closely at it. And that's mainly because I didn't use spray paint on this. I just used yellow, cheap Walmart paint, basically. Right here it is. I'll grab it.
So I think it's $1 and something, or maybe $2.
The gloss acrylic paint.
Well, it's actually the gloss actually does work outdoors, though. That's the good thing about it.
So I used this, and I did the injection method. Basically, you suck this up into a needle, and then you just squirt it out into these internal cavities. But these cavities are so big and deep that it creates a pretty nasty looking pitting. See the pitting on that T and U?
I like it though.
At a distance though, it looks really nice.
I think it looks good.
And the black spray paint actually looks different than this. It's a lighter.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the difference.
But if you put a gloss coating on this, then it'll be shiny.
Now, the reason why I spray painted this black, because it's printed black, was just to hide the layer lines.
Mm-hmm.
Because just 1-2 coats hides the layer lines. And it may provide some protection out in the weather for the plastic. I do not know. I am not an expert on that. Now, the reason why there's paper in this hole is I was making this really, really small as I could, and the N for caution the wall is just a little bit too thin up there, and so there's a cavity leaking into this hole. And so whenever you're putting in liquid paint, you know, you don't want it going out of this hole. But my hope is that on this sign, I'm thinking of creating basically a stencil, because I've already got this design, so it won't be too hard to do the inverse of this and have it where it'll fit into these holes and lock down on it, covering up this and only leaving these cavities for me to spray paint this yellow instead of using this paint. That's what I'm hoping. I don't know if it'll work out that well, but it would be quicker than putting masking tape on this and then cutting it out, and I could reuse the stencil with this over and over again. Now this sign it's quite big. It is 6 inches wide and 7.5 inches long. And I know normally I use millimeter measurements. I'm actually using inches. Now, that's really big. It's actually almost 200 millimeters on the length. So this thing, it's a big area print, especially on the printer like the little one how that only has a 200 by 200 bed. So yeah, this bad boy almost takes up the whole area. And this one took 9 hours, a little over 9 hours. This one took a little over 8 hours. I changed the infill. This one looks better. It's got a better top on it because it's got more infill than this one. But you can't tell because it's got spray paint on it. It hides everything. See? So, hopefully, I can have some pictures of this one looking nice and yellow just using spray paint. And of course, you've got all this surface area that you need to properly have level on your bed, and a lot of people can print small things, and whenever they go to the big thing, it doesn't print right, and you have to re-level your bed. So you may find that you have to re-level your bed a couple of times to get this to work because of how big it is. But yeah, I guess I will. There's more than likely I'll throw this design up on all the normal sites I throw things up on.
I think you should.
I mean, it's just a sign.
But there's a lot of, beekeepers or bee lovers, for that matter, that don't want people to step on them in their yard,
I just don't know if that works.
I don't know. We'll find out, won't we?
But yeah, I think it's a nice looking sign. It tells what I wanted it to tell, which is caution. I'd put caution instead of danger because with a lot of safety signs, danger is often referred to something that has a really good chance to kill you, whereas unless you're allergic, there's less of a chance of a honeybee sting killing you versus electrical shock. That's more of a level playing field than being allergic to something and not being allergic. So I put it as caution instead, to be more aware of your surroundings, because getting stung hurts.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're allergic or not.
It
if you
hurts.
can feel it, it's going to hurt. So to take caution, but if you're allergic and you see that sign, you go, oh, well then
watch
I
out.
got to be really cautious. Because they've got honeybees on their property and I'm allergic. Because my stepdad, he's not allergic to honeybees, he's allergic to bumblebees. But same difference. I wouldn't want somebody walking up the road allergic to honeybees and not knowing that we had hives on our property, and then for whatever reason they wanted to walk on our property. I'd want them to know. But yeah, I mean, that's just me, you know. If somebody gets stung on your property and then I don't know if they could take legal action. I'm not a lawyer,
Well, I
but
don't
better
know.
safe than sorry.
We'd just rather, you know, let people know.
Yep.
Just like if you put a beware of dog sign up, if you've got a dog, you know, that in your yard that's going to, even if it's an ankle biter, put a beware of dog sign up that lets them know, hey, they got a dog, I might get bit, you know.
Same idea here, just
Yeah.
with tiny bees.
Yeah. But they'll pack a punch if they want to.
Yeah.
Sting hurts.
Of course, most of the bears can't read.
Yeah.
And we did have a black bear across the
Yes.
road.
Years ago.
Alright, so I'm just going to splice this into the video, but here it is on a building facing the front of our property to help let anybody walking up or down or driving up and down know. Now, I've got a screw here, but I put in basically a sliding lock, and see, it's not moving off the building even though you only see this screw. That's because of the slide and lock on the back of it that is actually works. I didn't know if it would work or not, but it does. And to just keep it from spinning or anything like that, we put a screw down here in this hole. So yeah, I just added a clear coat onto that. Now then, to the other side.
What you got there?
My baby.
That's your baby, isn't it? You're like a kangaroo, aren't you? And that's your little Joey. Alright, cutting back in, as you can see on this one. Now this one was the sign I hadn't painted yet. Now, as you can see, it is also bolted onto here. And it looks different because I used not a black, but it was more of a metal finish for the main body. And I actually found fluorescent yellow for my words and stuff, but it turned out that the fluorescent yellow doesn't print, well, I don't know. Don't know why I said print. It doesn't look good.
Don't show up good.
Yeah. Whenever you spray it on the black. So I had to take a white and basically do this in white and then do it in the fluorescent yellow. And
What do you got?
even now you can see the white around here. So I'm not sure how long that fluorescent yellow will last. I did clear coat it, but yeah, while it is fluorescent yellow, it does pick up the light better than that yellow over there. And I think you can see it pretty good.
We like it.
Just so y'all have an idea of the paints that I used on this. So, metallic, Rust-Oleum, which was missing its damn cap at Walmart. Had to put a hairspray cap on it.
Worked though, didn't it?
Yep.
Had to improvise.
This was the only white that I had on hand after I found out about the fluorescent. The fluorescent I was just referring to. And clear coat. Just that way y'all have an idea. Thanks for watching. If you need maybe, I don't know, to print a spray can trigger, I've made one of those and put a video up on it. Thanks for watching.